Hi everybody, welcome. I'm Mike Martin. I wanted to give you a little did you know about ports today. Usually when you walk into the store you'll see all of these ports and people often ask me, what's the difference? So basically what I wanted to do today in very simple terms is explain that there are two different kinds of port wine. One is aged in bottle, one is aged mostly in barrel. But first I'll say that port wine is basically a fortified red wine made with grapes from the Douro region in Portugal. And they fortify the wine with a grape neutral spirit, and that will raise the alcohol, and it also will stop the fermentation, and the wine will become either sweet or kind of medium dry. So with that in mind, and knowing that the alcohol is between, say, 18 and 20%, these are general terms. There are two basic styles. There are ruby ports, and there are tawny ports. Okay, the ruby ports in the simplest form, like this, retail for around $12, and they're done all in stainless steel or say cement tank. We don't want these to oxidize. They will keep a nice vibrant color, nice grapiness to it. Second style that you'll see are the late bottled vintage or LBVs, and these are basically 4 to 6 year old ruby ports that have aged in wood. And maybe we're going to be made into a vintage port, but they've decided not to. So they'll bottle these, and there's usually two different styles. There's a filtered and an unfiltered. And the way you can tell the difference is one will have like a little bottle stopper cap, like a bourbon bottle, and the other will have an actual cork. Okay, the one with the stopper is filtered and fine, so you don't have to decant it. You can just pour it, drink it over maybe a month period of time, maybe even longer. The ones with the actual cork, you have to treat more like a vintage port, and you have to drink these over just a few days. So that leads us into a vintage port, which runs $60, $70, $80, $100. These are the best of the ruby ports. They're produced maybe every 3 or 4 years in a decade. They spend 2.5 years in wood before they're bottled, and then they can really last a long time. These wines typically will take 10 to 40 years to mature, depending on the vintage, and there are bottles that have lasted up to 100 years. Okay, so those are the rubies. Then the second are the wood-aged ports. Simplest form is the tawny. You can use these as an aperitif or with desserts are great. They pick up a little bit more of a nutty flavor, and these are basically aged in barrel for you. I think in general terms maybe around 4 to 5 years for the regular fine or fiend tawny. Then they bottle 10 year, 20, and they have 30, and they have 40 year. And they just get more complex as they age, but they're basically all done in barrel for many years, and then they bottle them. These can run $13 to $15 for a regular tawny. The 10-year-olds are sort of in the $30 price range. The 20-year-olds are $50, and the 40s are probably up to maybe even $150. Basically, with these wines, they gradually oxidize as they're in the barrel, and they pick up sort of a golden color, and that's how they mature. Okay, so I try to make it simple. Hopefully, I did. So next time you're in the store, just check out some port wines and enjoy them. Thank you.